Hello and welcome to Centerville Stadium. We're happy to be here to start the 2018 MVCC Game of the Week. This is a Week 1 matchup from last year as the Fairfield Indians take on the Centerville Elks. I'm Jared Bergstrom alongside Jeff Allen. Jeff, let's hurry up and introduce Fairfield's head coach.
Well, Fairfield's head coach is Jason Kraus, Jared. With the Stebbins Indians, he went 39-35, 0-4 in the playoffs. Had 3 years as head coach at Middletown, where he accumulated 26-7 record, 10-0 season in 2010. Also had head coaching stints at Monroe, like I just said, Stebbins, and Lockland.
And his coaching foe across the side of the field is Centerville's head coach Brent Ullery. This is going to be his second year with the Elks. He went 9-1 last year in the regular season, 1-1 in the playoffs. Played for the Elks from 1999 to 2002. Assistant coach experience with Centerville and Dublin Coffin, but this Elks are his first playoff team. Is there a player to watch in your eyes for the Elks, Jeff?
Very much so. Senior linebacker Max Wynn absolutely was an animal last year in all assets of the football field. He just outsmarted the defense simply.
And on the other side of the field, my player to watch for the Fairfield Indians is going to be number 83, Eric All, the tight end who is committed to the University of Michigan. It'll be interesting to see how the Elks try and stop him tonight.
Yeah, very explosive weapon, Jared. 6'4", 235, and they hope to fill out his frame a little bit more, but kid is a freak athlete, and they're waiting to see if he can turn that into production this year.
Yeah, like we said last year, these two schools met Week 1 at Fairfield last year. Centerville won 30-23 in a game, though the Indians turned the ball over 3 times, including an interception return for a touchdown. I mean, you eliminate those few plays, the Indians probably would have beat Centerville last year.
Yep.
Although this offseason has not been a cakewalk for the Elks. They have lost so many offensive weapons. They graduated 28 players last season, including quarterback Alec Grandin, who threw for 2,100 yards and 21 touchdowns. Running back Ross Harmon had 650 yards and 5 touchdowns. And their top 3 receivers last year, Jake Spiewak, Donnie Shelton, and Trey King, who all together caught 136 passes, almost 1,900 yards, and 16 touchdowns. So it'll be interesting to see how the Elks overcome those offensive challenges.
And this is the true test right here of second-year head coach Brent Ullery, as those seniors made his transition into head coaching so easily. And Brent Ullery, the in-house success.
Right, it'll be interesting to see this. Is Brent Ullery, does he have the ability to prove that it wasn't a freshman fluke and he's not going to fall into the sophomore slump in his second year? It'll be interesting. Who do you think is going to come out tonight in this game?
Well, I think it's going to be Fairfield personally, Jared. As you say, they lost a lot of players, a lot more than Fairfield, and Fairfield was a pretty talented team for itself this year. And so I definitely think that Brent Ullery will have some trouble spurring early chemistry with the Centerville offense. And so it was super efficient last year, and I don't think they're going to be able to replicate that by any means. And Fairfield still has a lot of its starters on defense, so we'll see how it goes.
I guess I'm going to have to disagree with you. I'm going to take the Elks in this game. I think the Elks will have the home crowd behind it. I mean, it don't really matter how big the crowd is, but I think Centerville, Ullery has the winning tradition instilled in these players. And I think it'll be a close game throughout, and I think Centerville will pull out at the end. But it'll be interesting to see, and hopefully we're in for a good night in our MVCC Junior Varsity or MVCC Varsity Game of the Week.
Ladies and gentlemen, each side is going to honor with the team of the Fairfield Band. Finally, anticipated and the performance time by everyone remembered at the time.
Both teams are out on the field. Fairfield ready to kick off to the Centerville Elks to start this 2018 season. It's going to be number 44 for the Indians, Nick Maddie, kicking off, a sophomore.
Here we go, Jared. A gorgeous day to start this season off the right way.
Maddie's kickoff is good. It's down. It's going to sail into the end zone. And the Centerville Elks will start their 2018 season at their own 20-yard line.
So fantastic kickoff, and out now comes senior quarterback Tyler King, 6'2", 180. And huge shoes to fill, as Alec Grandin graduated last year, and he needs no introduction, especially tonight here in Centerville Stadium. So another thing to watch this year is see if Brent Ulrich keeps the same type of offense, and as the first play begins, it looks like the offense has the same shape.
Two to the bottom and a running back in the backfield with King. I don't know what you call that. Stutter step. And King's going to pull it out, throws a bullet to the sideline, number 3.
And
it's
a play
a
action.
Touchdown.
Succeeds. Corey Burnett, senior wide receiver, on the first play, goes all the way. Touchdown, Centerville Elks.
Burnett with an 80-yard touchdown catch and run for the Elks.
This game did not take 10 seconds. Brent Ulrich making an early statement for the season as they slice through the Fairfield Indians defense with one play action play.
That's a way to keep your stats up. One for one, an 80-yard touchdown, 1,000 completion percentage.
You don't say.
Tyler what a way to make your first start for the Centerville Elks your senior year.
Off to a magnificent start, and the fans are letting him know that's exactly how you want to start the 2018 season, especially after rival Fairmont getting the huge win over Alter last night to kick off GWOC football.
The only way it could have been better is if he were to return the kickoff for a touchdown.
And that touchdown number 1 as well for senior receiver Corey Burnett, who did not get much playing time last year due to the 3 senior receivers who really showed out. An extra point is good.
Centerville leads 7-0 with 11:55 left in the game, or in the first quarter.
That kicker was number 11, Logan Brown. Change up from usual kicker Brandon Walters, the senior leader. And just like that, Fairfield Indians will receive the ball right after kicking it off. A 10-second drive.
I think Krause needs to go over and talk to that defense and just try and figure out what happened. But I mean, if the linebacker was not paying attention on that play at all, it was, I mean, King was reading that one the whole way. That was the hot route. I don't know, did Burnett line up in slot, or was he on the outside?
I'm pretty sure he was in slot, most positive. But nonetheless, great play, and Brandon Walters is ready to kick it off for Centerville.
Peyton Brown and Tom McLean back deep to receive this kick from Walters for the Indians. Walters' kick is up. It's going to be a short one, and it looks like it's going to sail out of bounds, and it does.
Well, pull out your flags, ladies and gentlemen.
I think that starts at the 35, doesn't it?
From my understanding. Well, what a milestone.
Fairfield's going to decline it, and they're going to re-kick it. So they're going to decline the penalty.
First MVCC flag of the year, folks.
And with it being declined, it don't count.
Huh. It's like they really want to get these playmakers in the open field.
Well, number 9, Jaton McLean, seemed to be the proven running back last year.
Very explosive. 700 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns, and added 200 yards to the air and 2 other touchdowns as well. So
Okay,
very
now I
versatile
see.
game.
I just heard the PA system say
They're
they're
kicking
going
it
to
further.
accept. Yeah, they're going to accept the kickoff or the penalty on the kickoff. And now McLean and Brown are standing about their 10 as opposed to the goal line. Let's see if Walters tries and just kicks this one right down the middle. And he does. And it's going to be fielded at about the 13. And he he's still on his feet. And he's out across the 40, maybe out to the 45, depending on the spot. And Jaton McLean, I mean, it looks like as soon as he got he made contact, he bursted through the contact and got about 12 more yards.
And they took advantage of the penalty. And Fairfield Indians leader Jeff Tyus comes out. Quarterback number 5 had a pretty solid season last year for the Indians, throwing for 1,067 yards, 8 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, as well as 369 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground.
So 83 is the second one from the bottom. That kid going to Michigan, the tight end for the Indians. It'll be interesting to see if they target him. And they're going to hand off to McLean, and he bounces off the lineman, turns his field, and he will gain about 2 on the play, but that was a lot more work for 2 yards.
And so the Dangerous Junior gets 2 touches today already, making the most of it. And
All goes in motion. They're going to do an end around with, I cannot see his number yet, but he will.
Peyton Brown.
Brown will be close to a first. It looks like about a gain of 7, so it'll be 3rd and 2 from the 47 of Centerville. So they're across midfield in 2 plays.
And they just had a sub. So Jamar Gibson will come in for Peyton Brown, and looks like stack a little more weight behind that quarterback.
This is going to be a hard fought 2 yards to get, especially if they try and run it right at Max Wynn, and they do. And I think Wynn gets in on the tackle, and it'll be close to see if they got it. They're right on the 45.
I think that's a first down, Jared. He is standing past it.
Yep, the official signal first down. And there you see our first taste of Max Wynn on the season.
And Max Wynn, player to watch for Centerville before the game. The senior is exactly what I portrayed him as, an animal on defense. 83 tackles, 2.5 sacks, a pick, and 3 forced fumbles, as that kid can move, get a lot of force behind his body. Stays very low most of the game.
Quick bullet pass out to number 2, Sawai Ellis, and he will have about a gain of 8 on the on the field.
Tackled by number 36, Kyle Hurls in the play. And another very effective member of the Centerville linebacking corps that we did not talk about is senior Dylan Hiltbrunner. He was a starter last year and a very effective starter at that. Usually plays off the edge and is very athletic.
Brown goes in motion. Brown has the first down, and he's tackled by number 9, sorry. Jaton McLean. Tackled by 84 for the Elks. That is Jacob Wheeler.
So Fairfield so far doing a very good job getting their playmakers in space and letting them work. So have it lined up on the right hash here. And they still have number 7, Jamar Gibson, out. He's been a pretty big fullback.
Back to pass again, and he's going to throw it to McLean out of the backfield. McLean has a block,
and
he has one runner to beat.
Took the edge,
and that's going to be a 34-yard touchdown catch and run for McLean.
Incredible. Incredible. Number 9 already showing off the speed that we talked about before the game. And wow, he really made that drive. The staple of all that, 900 total yards, 9 touchdowns, just like we said last year. And the quarterback, Tyus, really worked it to him on that flat route and let him beam straight out to the edge. Perfect blocking and everything.
Number 10, Elgin Phillips, his extra point is up and good, and we're tied at 7 with 9:17 left in the first quarter of our MVCC Game of the Week.
And a lot of success to start week 1.
Right. I mean, each team opens up their first possession of the field or the season with opening drive touchdowns.
And if every game could start just like that, the coaches would be happy.
Right. And
the offensive coaches.
Right. The defenses are scratching their heads trying to figure out why the defense hasn't showed up yet.
Centerville's really going to have to find a way to hold their spacing. Seems like they don't have anybody on defense athletic enough to catch up to those guys once they get out there.
At number 44, Nick Maddy on to kick off again for his second kickoff tonight. First one sailed into the end zone. And his kick stays towards the middle of the field, and it doesn't even make it to the 10. Fielded at about the 12 by number 2, and he has a wide open lane. He's to the right, and he is tackled from behind by number 22 of the Indians, Diallo McIntosh.
That was wide receiver Travion Fazell right there.
Yes.
5'6" junior.
We apologize if we butcher anybody's name.
So they'll have trips on the left side here.
Burnett will be in the middle of the trips on the top. If you want to look at him, he had the 80-yard touchdown earlier on their first possession.
So they'll hesitate, snap count, run up, change the landscape of the play.
And it's going to be a pass that he's eyeballing. Pass is tipped by number 22, but I think they're going to call him for a pass interference. Or number 23, Omar Shui. But I think they're going to call him for pass interference as it looked like he went through the receiver. Pass interference against Centerville.
Wow.
That did not look like pass interference against the Elks.
The Indians will take everything they can get after that last drive.
Right. Well, now it'll just be a longer touchdown if he throws it to Burnett again. and an 80 and then a 78 if he gets it on this one. Burnett comes in motion from top to bottom of the screen, fakes the end around and hands it off. I did not see the number 8 for the Elks.
Bryce McMahon.
And he was tackled by Greg Fitzpatrick of the Indians for a loss of 2, so they're back to the 20.
And that selection went nowhere. But Greg Fitzpatrick was in on the play, senior lineman, and he made a huge difference last year because he was one of their biggest parts of the defense with 37 tackles and 3.5 sacks.
Well, there was a tackle for loss right there for him, his first of the year. Burnett goes in motion from top to bottom again, and they're going to hand it off. And it's going to be another tackle for loss for the Indians. And I think that one was number 51, Malachi Sanders. Fitzpatrick and, correction, it was Dell Thomas with the tackle for loss for the Indians.
Dell Thomas, another very, very efficient linebacker for the Indians.
Third and over a quarter of the field here, 3rd and 27. King fakes the handoff. Oh, no, he goes right up the middle. And a fumble. And the Indians the Indians fall on it, and the Indians are going to have excellent starting field position at their own 26-yard line.
Recovered, but what
recovered by
fumble.
number 31 recovers it. Michael Bell for the Indians.
But how about that hit? Mikael Muhammad, senior lineman, came up and made the huge hit. Good execution on the read option by Tyler King, but just got blindsided by the linebacker.
Yeah, that was a hard hit, and you can't fault the kid. He's not really used to taking those, being the backup quarterback. Now, if you're Centerville's defense, you have to step it up and hold them to a field goal at minimum if they gain any yards from here.
Well, this could be a very, very big pendulum swing here, especially early in the game. Centerville just walked off the field 3 minutes ago with all the momentum. As Jeff Tyus drops back and throws it in the slot to number 3, Corey Burnett.
That was Peyton Brown. You were looking at Centerville's roster. I think that's the furthest we've ever made it to a game without calling a mistake.
Wrong slot receiver.
1st and 10 from the 11. And right now, Jeff Tyus is just tearing this Elks secondary apart. And what they're doing it was staying away from Max Wynn, too.
Creating a lot of space and letting their athletes work still.
Brown goes in motion. They're going to hand off to
McLean.
And McLean has a hard-fought maybe gain of 2.
Max Wynn in the middle of that one.
Gain of 1, so 2nd and 9 coming up. Bomberry with the tackle for the Elks. Tyus with a pitch out to McLean. McLean undercuts one, and he's inside the 5.
Good.
That was a nice, I wouldn't really call it a pitch move because he went under the outstretched arms. I would say if you're the Indians.
Defensive back Alex Bomberry.
Is this 4-down territory this early in the game, week 1 of the year? If they don't, it's 3rd and about 4. They have to get to a 1 for a 1st down.
Depends on how worried they are about Centerville.
But if anything, you pin them deep into their own territory. McLean gets the handoff. McLean up the middle.
And number
McLean,
7.
That'll be close.
That's Jamar Gibson, the fullback on the carry there.
It's 4th down. And is it time to roll the dice? And they're going to keep the offense on the field. I say give it right back to Gibson.
You might run it or watch number 83 on the tight end spot right there, Eric All.
They're going to hand it off to Gibson. Gibson has it, and I don't think...
Stop. Fumble,
and I think the Elks recovered it. No signal from the referee yet. Let's see if they get the... Well, there goes a helmet.
It does not matter. Either way, it is Centerville ball. And number 78, Chris Moody, senior defensive lineman, got it out.
They recovered it. The Indians recovered it, but I don't think they got enough for the 1st down. So either way, it's going to be turnover on downs for the Elks.
Well, the Indians recovered it, and they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one, as they might have got a 1-yard 1st down.
I don't think that from where the ball is spotted, that is not a 1st down. They had to get to the 1, and it looks like it's right at about the 2.
Well, that would be an incredible play if that's actually a 1st down.
Let's see, you got to stretch it out and get every chain unhooked. And it's not enough for 1st down.
No way.
So Centerville.
That is Centerville ball. Centerville ball at the 1. So they better be very, very careful here.
99 yards to go.
So Centerville will take their 3rd possession so far this game, with it being 7-7, 5 minutes left in the 1st. So out comes Tyler King for the 3rd time.
Interesting. Shadow of
He's
your
in
own
his
goal
end
post.
zone.
Oh, they hiked it. They had a false start or offsides on Gibson.
A lot of hesitations with that snap count. They'll readjust.
He's going to pull it out, throw it to number 14 on the sideline. He's out to about the 7.
J.R. Melzer with the reception there.
I feel like he's going to be the big target this year for the Elks. Has the most experience coming back from last year.
Definitely.
Was the number 4 receiver as on the roster last year. King will go back into shotgun, and he's going to target Burnett, and Burnett tried to make the one-handed catch at the 10, and it is incomplete.
He overthrew the out route a little bit, but what I'm noticing so far about Centerville's offense is they're doing a lot of behind the center readjusting after the play is called, a lot of audibles. Tyler King taking direction as you see him looking to the left.
Third and about 4.
They're really trying to play with that snap count right now. Wonder what's going through their conversation. As King gets this one, drops back.
King back in. A lot of pressure and a bullet to the outside, and he should have enough for a first down.
And 3 straight out routes on the same exact side.
Melzer with the completion, and it'll be enough to move the chains and at least give the Elks a little bit more breathing room so they're not standing in their own end zone. Centerville back to the off. I mean, they're no huddle, and they're quickly back out there.
Looks like it's going to be another pass with the spacing, but you never know with this team.
I wasn't expecting King to tuck it and run on that last play. He's going to throw it out to Burnett. It looked like it was tipped, but he comes up with a catch. And he is out to about the 22 and
about
almost
an 8-yard
enough
play
for the first yard.
So another out route, Tyler King getting some pretty steady completions.
I think that's a way to build. I mean, he's a senior, but it's his first start for the Elks. I think that's a good way to get a couple short completions and let the receiver do some work to build his confidence, not only for the rest of this game, but for the rest of the season.
Well, they're not doing a lot of running as Fairfield still has 6 in the box, and they'll keep 6 in the box as they rush the passer here.
Out to Burnett, and it's tipped at the line.
Great play by number 58 there for Fairfield, Brandon Weinberg.
Third and 2.
Fantastic anticipation there. With it being 3rd and 2, I'd look for another short completion from Centerville.
The official stop
like
play.
Recoup here.
I'm surprised that neither coach is using this as a timeout. Don't reset the game clock to 4:24, so they're going to tack on 7 seconds. And then you got Burnett and Melzer down here at the bottom of the screen. So I almost would guarantee that it's going to go to one of those two on an out route. Referee still has not started play, and they're going to go to a timeout. The scoreboard has to reset. So, I mean, both teams moved the ball well their first drive. Centerville coughed it up on their second drive, and Fairfield coughed it up at the end of their second drive. And Centerville, I mean, so far is moving the ball very well on this third drive. So, if I'm Ulrich right now, having a first-year starter at quarterback, I'd take the outcome so far, tied at 7. I mean, with that, they had potential to be down at least 10-7 or 14-7.
And something he has to keep in mind constantly throughout this game is that he doesn't have Brandon's arm anymore. He can't make the same throws, can't do the same plays. So it's definitely going to be a factor.
And I think that's why you're seeing more short to mid-range throws.
Definitely, and I'm very eager to see how number 5 moves his feet, as Alec Grandin also used that as a huge weapon last year at times.
Oh, yeah, the kid
caught the defense off guard.
It's basically like another running back in the backfield that could throw it.
He was very smart with his runs at that, and so I would like to see Tyler King show some more of that. And they're going to have Max Wynn in the backfield here.
Oh, come on. Everybody knows he's going to.
Number 44 as the tailback.
Oh, my. This is going to be a hard-fought 2 yards.
They also have number 30 out there at fullback, extra offensive lineman Josh Gunn-Sully. So we'll see how this one goes. But from this standpoint, it looks pretty predictable. See if they can get Fairfield.
Play clock has not come back on yet. And they're going to send each team back to the sideline.
Gotcha. Timeout party. I like it.
Free timeouts. I mean, this should be the best play of the game. Each team has had ample enough time to draw up the play that they want.
He didn't tell us there would actually be 4 timeouts.
I know. I want to see Max Wynn run the ball on this play.
I don't know. You think they'll come out in the same formation?
I don't see why not. I mean, maybe change it up and put Wynn at fullback and let him.
Especially right here, it's all about the certain situation.
Right. Ball's at the 22, and they have to get to the 24 and a half about. Remind you, I mean, next week's game has potential to be a good one. Next week we will be the Northridge Polar Bears at West Carrollton Pirates. Last year, West Carrollton kind of shocked the world and put the beat down on the Polar Bears, winning, I think it was like 43-6 or something.
They scored 40 points.
It'll be there. Then they have a second-year head coach down there too. So it'll be interesting to see after how West Carrollton has progressed through the offseason.
Yeah, definitely. Throughout years, we'll see if there's finally a change.
Now we're going to come back out. Play clock's on. Scoreboard's correct.
Let's try this again. Max Wynn is still at tailback.
Come on, give the ball to Max Wynn.
Play clock is running now, so
we're good. This play's going to happen.
We're here.
King hands off, gives it to Wynn. Wynn powers
oh my
through.
Goodness!
And he maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
So tremendous power, but way too many red helmets. They're gonna.
You have number looks like 77 down.
That's Robert. That's Lee Roberts, senior offensive lineman. And he's been a centerpiece so far tonight.
So the 4th and 2, and a punt is looming from the Elks, I assume.
It's awful anytime you see a player down, but especially when it's someone,
a senior that's worked so hard for the past, not just the 4 years in high school, but years before in middle school and all that. But it's good to see him up, walk off. He's going to sprint off the field under his own
putting
power.
in a lot of work. But especially when you lose a big guy in front of that brand new quarterback.
Hey, maybe Max Wynn can play lineman on the offensive side.
What camp that kid do?
Haven't seen him throw yet. Maybe if we talk to coach at the halftime, maybe we'll see if he can throw it.
And so Brandon Walters, the senior, will lead the punting squad out here now. 4th and 2.
That looks like an awfully deep punt formation for Centerville.
Yeah.
Now they put Wynn's back there to block. He's the he's the one closest to your screen in that second formation of Elks. Snap was good. Kick is up. Not a very high kick, but it's going back. Fielded at the 39 by number 3, Peyton Brown. And they will start this drive at the 39. So the 2 drives, or the 3 drives now that the Indians have, is excellent starting field position.
Great field position for Jeff Tyus here. Let's see if he can replicate what they put forward on that first drive. They had a really good drive last time. They just couldn't quite finish it off.
That fumble and then fumble on 4th down, and where you recover it hurt you.
See, that's where I would have took the field goal, but
it's early in the season, early in the game.
Definitely still trying to find the identity of your team, so I understand. End around,
Tyus
play action.
Oh, they're going to send the kitchen sink, and he gets away from it. He turns nothing into almost a first down.
Jeff Tyus being very evasive and showing some toughness there as well. Height and weight not listed. Man, that kid looked like a tank for a few minutes.
He turned about what would have been about an 8-yard loss into a gain of 9. 2nd and 1 now from the 49.
Very impressive. Did that a lot last year. Almost accumulated 400 rushing yards from the QB position.
Tyus line back up in shotgun. Hands off, and it is tackled in the backfield by
immediately. And number 46,
down.
Rodney Ankeny and Max Wynn on the play. On the play.
A loss of about 3.
So the seniors hungry on that one.
It'll be 3rd and 4.
I would definitely watch that flat route from number 9 back there in the backfield.
Tyus, but oh my
and
goodness,
miscommunication.
That was a broken play from the beginning, as McLean was not where Tyus thought he should have been.
And Ankeny comes up again.
Back-to-back plays, big tackles for loss, and that sack there.
And when Jeff Tyus went to pitch it to McLean, he turned around only to see him on the other side of the field. So big miscue there for the Indians, and they will punt it again.
Eric All. Flag on the play. And I think there's too many men on the field for the Elks.
Oh, my goodness. You cannot do that.
You have got to get these. This is the stuff you work out in the scrimmages.
I hope they have fun running in practice this week.
Well, they'll make up for it next week. It'll be interesting to see if they change their mindset. No, Indians are still going to punt it away. Eric All back to punt for the Indians. Line drive kick, fielded, and it's going to go into the end zone. So,
okay. So the D1 tight end can D1 punt.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
Maybe they should have declined that penalty.
Wow.
So Centerville will start their 4th drive of this game. 4th drive of the first quarter at the 20-yard line. So we've seen a touchdown, a fumble, a punt. So it'll be interesting to see what we see out of the Elks on this drive.
Big thing to watch, right tackle number 77. Lee Roberts is back in the game after going down at the end of that one. Tyler King back again for some more.
King pulls it back out, throws it to Burnett, and the safety was all over that one. That was number 2. Shawai Ellis breaking up that pass.
Miraculous defense getting in that lane.
If not, he was gone. That would have been his second 80-yard touchdown of the game. I don't think King is not progressing through his reads. He is eyeballing his hot route that the coach calls, and he is just eyeballing that one through and not going through his progressions. But that is something he has to work on throughout this game, and I think Olery will talk to him about at halftime. King's back to pass, looking to the right side of the field, left side of the field this time, and it's a first down catch. Is that Melzer? No, Melzer's down here. Walters, the kicker, with a catch.
And the protection is having a tough time switching. as he is lining up 3 linemen, 3 linebackers, and one of those slot corners that you see on your screen is blitzing at all times, 17 or 23.
And Centerville is back on the line quickly. I mean, look at the separation between Walters down here, the first receiver of your screen, and then Burnett, the slot receiver, pulls it back out, throws it. What a catch in the middle of the field for number 20 of the Elks.
Bobbled a lot. Nick Mead. He is a sophomore.
He got a hold of that ball and did not let it go. The slight bobble when the contact happened.
Well, when you're a sophomore and get a receiver look, the first game of the season for varsity, you are not letting that ball go. Great effort there by Mead.
King back, fakes the handoff. Burnett wide open down the field, has the separation. Hey, catches
King,
in stride.
perfect throw.
Burnett with his second touchdown of over 60 yards in this game.
And I think Burnett in the end zone have something going on. That's the second one of this quarter.
Did I tell you I started him on my fantasy team this week?
Corey Burnett racking up easily over 100 yards already in 2 touchdowns.
On 2 catches. He has at least 3 other catches on go routes. 19.2 seconds left. Centerville on to kick the extra point to make this a 7-point game, 14-7.
And if I'm Fairfield, I'm going to take a little bit of attention off sending 5 people to rush the quarterback every time. Because at some
Kick
point
is up, and it is good.
At some point they're going to get through, and there's not going to be any safeties, just like that happened there, just like it happened on the first play.
They need to quit blitzing that guy on the left side, the Indians do.
A lot of these plays.
We see here in the City Barbecue replay, watch this beautiful rainbow pass. Drops it right into the breadbasket for Burnett, and Burnett scampers in from 20 yards out after the catch.
If you see that replay in the middle of the throw, there's an entire level of offense just watching it go over their head. Level of defense, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
19.2 seconds left.
So very action-packed first quarter. 14-7 Elks. 22 seconds left in this one.
So far, all the touchdowns have been over 30 yards or more, too. Definitely not a defensive coordinator's game tonight.
That's an understatement. Walters will get this one again.
I mean, he had that 3rd down conversion catch on the right side of the field to put him into that range for that Burnett touchdown the previous play. He had a nice catch, and he's just not out here to kick the ball off. They fielded at about the 8.
It's a great kick on that one.
And he's out to about the 30. He's still trucking, and he will be out at about the 31. McLean takes it out about 22-yard return with 13 seconds left in the first quarter, and number 12 was slow to get up for the Elks.
So although it's probably a little bit of an easier game than last year for the Indians, it's also a very much easier game for the Elks, as Fairfield lost 2 Division I prospects last year. Guard Jackson Carmen to Clemson, University of Clemson, and Malik Van, ESPN 300 recruit, lost him to the University of Cincinnati. He was 2nd in the conference sacks last year, 6.5. So
Tyus back to pass. Gonna decide to tuck it. He's under pressure, gets rid of it at the first down marker, and I believe that was Eric All.
Might have been a late hit, but
that was actually number 88, Caleb Sexton, with the catch for the Indians.
I compliment the incredible blocking by Jaton McLean back there. The defensive end was coming in hot pursuit for Tyus after he dropped back, and McLean just kept him off just enough to not allow the sack. And that's what you want your running back doing.
Have not really seen anybody try to build a predominant running game yet. And McLean gets the handoff, and McLean will shimmy shake for about a gain of 3 on the play. And that is how the first quarter of the 2018 MVCC Game of the Week opener ends. Centerville leads 14-7. And right now it's a King and Burnett show for the Elks.
Definitely. Some deja vu last year from mean slot receiver Donnie Shelton. As this kid is very explosive. He gets a seam and he just, wow.
Right. I mean, for the Indians, I don't know what you can do to stop it. I mean, double cover Burnett, but then you're going to leave somebody else wide open or on one-on-one coverage. So
Centerville has done a great job tonight clogging the lanes to give D1 commit tight end to Eric Hall.
I don't even think he's been targeted at all.
Exactly. Well, if he has been targeted,
it was
changed their mind.
Right.
Tyus will be out here for the Indians to start the second quarter from 2nd and 10, 2nd and 9.
From the 45, Tyus throws a quick pass, and it was tipped at the line of scrimmage, intended to, is that number 3? Number 4,
it's Raekwon
Williams.
So a little bit of a short throat, but Raekwon Williams, someone we haven't seen a lot tonight, but he was a very dangerous weapon last year for the Fairfield Indians, doing a little bit of everything. He was in on defense at safety a lot, 30 tackles, a pick, had a kick return touchdown, a punt return touchdown, and about 100 total yards. So here and there, just doing little things for the Indians, really helping them out.
All goes in motion, and they're going to, Tyus is going to keep it. Tyus will be out at about the 49-yard line, about 4 yards short of the first down.
I don't know if that was an option and looked kind of like it, but he definitely vouched to just take it.
It looked like he wanted to keep that one the whole way, and now that means Eric Hall gets to punt again.
Yes, that does. And just like that, Fairfield has given up another possession to the Centerville Elks.
Snap is good. Punt is a terrible punt. And Fairfield is going to down it at about the 37-yard line, 38-yard line. Centerville.
Not what we were expecting at all.
The first one was a booming one that went into
opposite.
the
Complete opposite. Just got a wrong spot on that one and didn't go very far at all. And so now Centerville has great possession, the exact opposite of what you want here for Kraus.
Right, Centerville offensively is firing on all cylinders. 2 big touchdown passes in the first quarter. See if they can roll that luck over into the second quarter. And King is going to start this possession in the backfield, empty backfield. Let's see if it's going to be a quarterback run right up the middle.
And I would not do that. As number 54, as you see in the middle of your screen, Dale Thomas in white sniffs out runs like it's nothing.
King, quick pass out to
in the middle, and he came down without that one. That's a catch.
Nice catch going behind him by Brown.
Logan Brown.
That one was behind him too, so excellent way to change mid-air.
And Brown was the one who came in earlier and kicked, so I guess all their wide receivers are kickers a little bit.
Never hurts to have too many, I guess.
So we'll have one behind him this time, and Brown will line up in halfback formation. Actually, I think that's Bryce McMahon.
That looks like number 3. Gonna pull it out, pulls it out, throws it to Melzer on the sideline. Melzer making some moves on the sideline, and he's into Indian territory down to the 36-yard line.
And a fantastic corner out there ran by J.R. Melzer.
Let's see if we was a City Barbecue replay.
And that was after his tremendous cut. But
you know what happened? That flag negates it.
Oh, there's a flag on the play. I didn't even know.
Just looked up and saw it, and it looked like it's going to be holding against the Elks.
Wow.
Holding number 56 of the Elks.
Michael Fair. It's something you just cannot do.
Do it again. Run that same play. It worked. They won't expect you to either.
4 wide of game 1 halfback. So they got McMahon behind King. And there will be changes made to this play.
Gonna line back up in shotgun. Back to pass, gonna throw it out to Melzer again. Melzer not gonna try and shimmy shake around the sideline. And he will pick up about 12.
And
no, about 8 on the play.
Melzer's defensive assignment, number 18, junior cornerback Jalen Goins, is playing way too much off, almost 10 yards off Melzer right now. And that is why he is getting those little curl routes and corner routes. It's all about timing.
Melzer did not have that many receptions last year. And as the backup kicker, I don't think when you're out there, when you were looking for your guarding assignments throughout the season.
And King rolling to the right.
On the run, King has to get rid of it, and he's just going to take the sack, and that's not what you do in that position. It's going to be a long 4th down.
And the sack is
number
brought
54.
Number 58, Brandon Weinberg. And that's another one for him tonight. As you saw, number 54 in the middle of your screen, Dale Thomas there, chasing it down. Pure pursuit by the middle linebacker there.
4th and 11, and
Elks will punt it right back to Fairfield after the penalty negates the big play.
Maybe we can look at this replay after that punt. That was a huge sack for the Indians. Walter's punt is up. A high punt fielded at the 30.
And fair catch by Peyton Brown.
McLean. Oh, that was Brown. Right at the 30. And he had to go down to one knee to catch that, so I don't think he was expecting. It looked like he ran up on it too quickly. So let's see if the Indians can mount some sort of drive and at least try and get points out of this. At the 31.
But that has to be the mindset. You have to try to get those flat routes going, those edges like earlier. Because number 9 already showed if he gets a hole, he is gone, man.
We saw on the first drive, the hole can be plugged in. He'll spin right off the contact and get 4 more yards.
He obliterates. So definitely the game plan has to be get
and I don't know. And there he does. He gets the handoff and he runs to the
sideline
and he's going to be gone.
Just what I said. Number 9, Jaton McLean in the end zone for the 2nd time tonight. And Jared, I just told you, this kid gets the scene.
We just called that play.
He is gone.
We called it before the play even happened.
And McLean almost ties it up 14-13. And Fairfield is right back in this game. Punch for punch, we are going tonight.
That was a 69-yard catch and run. But no, it was just a run. Sorry, it was a pitch, I believe.
No, it was a handoff.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing you can do.
Right.
He got straight to the outside, and the only one who could have stopped him was the corner, and the corner didn't know which side he was going to.
Kick is up.
Damn.
Kick is good. And we're tied at 14. Each team has had the 1 play, 1 touchdown on their drives.
That junior, by the way, emphasis on the word juniors, like explosiveness is absurd. His lateral quickness is something to behold. Wow. Something to marvel at. Jaton McLean. 2nd touchdown of the year already, and he had 9 last year. So
if he averages 1 a game from here on out, he's good. These defensive coordinators have got to be scratching their heads and trying to figure out. I mean, they're doing good on those little short plays, and then it's boom, 1 big explosive play, and they're in the end zone.
Well, I was reading an article about Eric All's commitment, and I found out his commitment was committed to by the Michigan staff when there was a 7-on-7 camp in Toledo for Fairfield this summer, and so someone must have seen this kid Jaton McLean putting moves down, because wow, he's put on a showcase so far tonight.
He needs to be on a lot of local Division I schools' radar, because any one of them could use it. And here we go, Nick Maddy. Maddy's kick up right down the middle of the field, trailing towards the sideline, and it's going to go out of bounds. Now let's see if Centerville elects to re-kick or take the penalty.
And they're already walking off the field, so yeah, they're going to accept it.
So it'll start this drive at the 35-yard line for the Elks. Another drive starting, excellent field position. And you want to take an over-under of how many plays to score a touchdown on this one? And who's going to, well, I guarantee it's going to go towards Burnett. If he doesn't touch the ball on this drive at all, it's because he's getting a water break.
Well, you have to at least consider Burnett, but J.R. Belzer has been the possession guy throughout this first half, and I'd really like to see him get in the end zone tonight.
I would like to see the Elks try and work some sort of running game, and they do right here, and
Read
King
option.
keeps it, and King will maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage.
So great sniffing out, staying home there by number 28, Mikel Muhammad. Mikel Thomas.
King back to pass, throws it out to Walters. Walters is hit right at the 40 by number 10. Oh, 18. Jalen Goins. Gain of 6, 3rd and 4 at the 41.
So the no huddle approach by Centerville now.
And what they're doing the no huddle, and they're kind of doing what the Firebirds at Fairmont do. No huddle, but drain the play clock.
Yeah.
If it works, it works.
Well, no huddle is pretty risky, especially for a first-year quarterback. But so far, running the offense pretty good, Tyler King.
Play clock's on, or play clock is wound.
And watch number 23 at the bottom of your screen, because he might be the one for the slot blitz this time.
Burnett's at the top in the middle, and King is looking
No, they'll
to
bring
the
Phil
right.
still, though.
And they're going to throw it to
Number 13.
Walters. So 2 catches for Walters, and he has a first down for the Elks.
That kicker got hands. Tyler King will push him up once again. Gonna line up with McMahon back there. Play action,
And this
no
is
read option
King's going to
again.
keep it again, and King loses about 1 on the play. He's
And
beat
that
back to
man
the
right
50.
there, number 54, Del Thomas, gonna make it very difficult to run all night long.
And he came through basically untouched, did Thomas for the Indians.
He just sniffs him out.
It's his 2nd tackle for loss tonight.
Play action.
King pump fakes, throws it to Burnett right in the middle of the field. Burnett's at the 30,
You
20,
have to be
10,
kidding
5.
me, Jared.
Burnett.
You have to be kidding me, dude.
Burnett with his 3rd touchdown grab of the first
this half. Of this half. This man is going to be getting letters all weekend. Open your mailbox, mama. It's coming.
Burnett's going to be eating free tonight.
Anywhere he wants. Corey Burnett, dinner on Centerville. 3rd touchdown of the half.
Of 35 or more yards.
Kid's such an animal. Tyler King. Great throw down the
Right.
seam.
I mean,
Saw that. He saw it.
Our player that kicks up and good, by the way. Our player of the game discussion. This is going to be interesting. I mean, somebody has to give. Somebody has to get it. And right now, I mean, who do you think? Tyler King, his first start as a quarterback, 3 touchdowns of 40 or more yards. But in the same thing, Carroll Burnett, his first start as a wide receiver, and he has the 3 touchdowns of 40 or more yards. I say cut the trophy in half and send them both home with it.
We'll see. 14 to 14. 21 to 14.
21 to 14. And there's still a bunch of time left in this second
So
quarter.
much time left. Wow, they just.
I want to know, right now, I want to know what the University of Michigan saw in Eric Hall. I mean, because obviously it is not what we're seeing tonight. I mean, he has not been targeted. He has 2 punts. 1 was a touchback, and 1 was a dismal 24-yard punt. So I don't know what the University of Michigan saw in him, but they have to at least try and get something going to him. You would think.
Yeah, I mean, the kid's definitely a freak athlete. looked at some of his stuff. It just doesn't seem like a very good offense to be in if I'm him. They don't pass it very often, and when they do, they're trying to create space for their guys.
Walters kick down the middle of the field, and it will be in the end zone for a touchback.
But we'll get another look at all here as Fairfield will come out again in this first half, trying to answer in a position they're sure used to by this time in the game.
Fairfield is answering punch for punch, but it's about one punch off. They're taking 2 body shots, and then they're answering back with one of their own.
Well, here we go. Trips lined up on the right for Fairfield, and one of them is number 83.
He's got Young back to pass, screen pass to McLean.
Oh my goodness,
McLean
he has another seam.
out in front, and he's tackled from behind at the 44-yard line, 42-yard line.
Great grab by number 24, Dylan Hilbrunner.
I mean, this was set up all the way. Look at this block. He has a line out in front of him, and, well,
he just really gets stripped up there, honestly.
Right. He outran the block of Jacob Hensley, number 56.
If that's your only problem, you got a good kid.
Right. The lineman's not going fast enough.
Ooh.
Throws out to that's number 88 for the Indians. That is Caleb Sexton.
That's a big guy, but not the big guy
right.
people came to see.
We want to see Hall get a catch and get out in the open field.
A good play by 88. Eric all still lined up wide. Next to number 2, Ellis. Coming in to play tight end though. Float receiver set.
Hand off to number 4, Raekwon Williams, and Williams will have enough for a first down and into Centerville territory.
And there's that guy I told you about earlier, the utility man for the Fairfield Indians, Raekwon Williams.
Williams has look at number 7 out there, Jamar Gibson, the fullback, with an excellent block,
and even outran Max Wynn on the play. He couldn't even get to his legs. Great end around. Matthias will start it off again. Nothing but big number 7 in the backfield, Gibson. So definitely looking like a pass play so far.
Matthias back to pass, and he's going to tuck it and run. And he is hit hard right at the line of scrimmage.
That's Max Wynn on the play.
I think they just got introduced.
Yeah.
And his helmet came off.
Max Wynn came up holding this man's helmet.
So he has to come out for a play, I believe. Watch him here. He thinks he has a big first down. Boom! All momentum stopped.
Number 44. Halting that play very, very quickly.
That looked like it was going to be a big run. It looked like he was going to high step out of that tackle, and Max Wynn had other thoughts.
Hearing some boos, and that'll be a penalty on Centerville. I think it's unnecessary roughness, maybe. It's like a pretty hefty penalty.
Take another look at that replay. Maybe we can see.
No clue what happened. But we'll have an empty backfield for this one. Ty is back.
Well, the penalty negates the flags.
And the flat to McLean, and he might have another seaman. Yes,
he does. McLean with another touchdown, his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Why are these teams even playing right now, Jared? Why don't Burnett and McLean just have a boxing match and it's the end of it?
Right. I mean, this is not a football game. It's a game of 2-on-2.
2-on-2, indeed.
Forget 7-on-7.
21-21 here in this first half. And we can just sit back and watch these playmakers watch for the rest of the night. Let these playmakers work, man.
Like you said, it's Burnett versus McLean. Who's going to outdo who?
Both getting a lot of attention. The premiere of Friday Night Lights 2K18. And
Kick is up, and
That's
it
up.
barely gets good.
What? I don't even understand how that went in.
Let's take a
physically.
look at that if we have that one.
Did that really go in?
It did. It went up a mile high, but it came down.
I cannot believe
right
that.
on the other side of that crossbar.
I am legitimately confused. All righty. 21-21, 6:10 left in the second quarter. And the dangerous Elks offense will get this one back again. And you might as well go for 10 touchdowns at this point, Jared. 10 receiving touchdowns. Why not?
Together or for one person?
Why not? Anything. Anything. Why not?
Right. I mean, if each team's going to put up at the minimum right now is 21 points in the first half.
This is definitely fitting to be a showdown.
Excellent camera angle there from the end zone.
Beautiful sunset.
The kickers are getting their work. Maddie's kick right down the middle, going towards the sideline, but they're going to pick it up.
I think that's
Walters with the pickup. Walters making some
That's
moves.
Melzer. J.R. Melzer on the return.
And
He'll
he's
get
out
dragged
to
down
about
to
the
24.
18. Oh, no, 24.
So spotted at the 23, actually.
22 and 23. McIntosh and Shui with the tackle there for the Indians.
Going through his reads, and OC calls something else.
Play clock down to 10. King. Where's Burnett? Burnett has it on the outside. Burnett, one misses. Two misses. Almost gets out of the third one, but he'll have about a gain of 12 on the play. Ooh.
Well, it looks like number 3.
I thought he was going to have a 77-yard
Number
touchdown.
3 is going to
on
be
that
the
one.
man to watch this year. Very slippery. Percy Harvin type play right there.
Well, let's hope he don't get any migraines.
Definitely do
Just-
not want to jinx anybody.
The shimmy shake ability.
Apologize
By
for
Burnett.
Burnett if he gets a couple ACL tears. Drink your name. Oh no. Very unfortunate thing happening for Fairfield right now as Del Thomas is on the ground. Trainer is out there talking to him. And that's their defensive leader, number 54, Del Thomas. Last year finishing with 73 tackles, 3 sacks, and 3 big old fumble recoveries.
They're looking at, looks like maybe a hamstring.
If that man stays out of the game, it is going to become a lot easier
We'll be able
for
to tell.
Centerville to run the ball.
I don't think they're going to run it anyway.
I'm not sure, man.
He's walking off under his own power. He looks, maybe he's just shaking up
And
on the
senior
play.
teammate and great player as well, Greg Fitzpatrick, walking him off the field.
Maybe if we can get a camera shot over to the left side of the stadium. All these people that are sitting out there on that field, on that hill outside, overlooking where the bus is for the visiting time, that hill is going to be full come week 3 when the Alternites come into Centerville and play the Centerville Elks.
So I got some snacks on both sides, and he'll
A pitch
option it
out.
back.
And Burnett is not a runner out of the backfield.
At least not with those linemen, as that will be barraged in the backfield.
A loss of about 2, maybe 3 on the play.
You see King get it right here, and a little
King,
pitch back.
he committed to the pitch way too early.
Yes,
Did
he
not let
did.
the blockers get out in front of Burnett.
Well, definitely, King doesn't look like a runner. But Omar Shawi with the tackle there. Number 23.
King back to pass, throws it, and it's tipped at the line by number 8, Greg Fitzpatrick. Incomplete, third and a long 14. And it looks like Fairfield's going to stack the box for some reason.
This Fairfield defense is being very stingy here. Very disruptive this drive.
Trips to the top for the Elks.
Third and long, they'll rush
King,
forward, and
King.
all three will get through. Fitzpatrick with the huge sack.
With a flag on the play, though. There is a flag on the play. For how quickly that flag came out, I would say it's holding against Centerville. Holding against the Elks. Fairfield's going to decline it. So it'll be 4th and forever, and definitely a punting coming here for Walters as he's standing on his own 2-yard line.
Definitely not where Centerville envisioned themselves. 5 minutes left here in this first half, especially at the beginning of the game is gone. It's a great defensive stand.
If you're Fairfield, you're sending everything at it, and they are. And
Almost
Walters
got
barely
it.
gets away, and Fairfield will have excellent starting field position right at about midfield.
Great efforts by the punt return team of Fairfield. We almost got back there.
So Fairfield has to build some sort of drive here. I don't even care if they come out with a field goal. Build a drive, and you get the ball to start the second half. So you're building momentum for the rest of the game on this drive.
Yes, indeed, Jared. And if I'm Centerville here, I'm putting a spy on McLean. I'm a man
I think
constantly
Wynn's doing
on
that.
him or something. Something. This kid has to slow down a little bit if Centerville wants to win this game.
And Centerville comes with a blitz, and they get him in the backfield. Number 9.
Jonathan Bruder, the sophomore outside linebacker on the edge.
He just blows through right there at the top of the screen and comes up with a big 2-yard lost sack. Second and 12 from the 47. Play blown dead. Timeout. Timeout, Fairfield.
So we'll get a timeout for Red.
I don't think McLean was on the field on that play.
Gotcha.
You got to get him on that field. If he's not on the field, you might as well just spike it. Tyus back in the backfield, shotgun formation out of the Fairfield timeout. McLean to his right.
And they got the jump.
And a
on him.
false start.
And that'll be on
And-
Fairfield.
Well, it looks like they're going to call an offsides, actually.
Wow. Okay.
That changed the whole play calling. So
Yeah.
2nd and 12 to 2nd and 7 is a huge play call difference, but I don't think it matters with McLean in your backfield.
3 yards is about 0.3 seconds for that kid.
I think we just need to not do the second half and just do a combine between Burnett and McLean. Young gets it, hands off to Williams, and Williams on an end around
once again,
and he will be close to a first down. About a gain of 6 on the play. It'll be 3rd and a short 2. 3rd and 3.
That little man gets a lot of yardage very quickly.
And he dives once he's about to get contacted. He dives,
Fighting for
and
those
he'll
extra yards.
fly for 3 more yards.
Every extra yard counts. And here we go. Wow. Eric Hall lined up in tight end. 2 receivers set. Oh,
3rd and
motion.
3. Young
That's a fake.
McLean gets the first down. It'll be close. I think that's a bad spot. 4th and about 1.5. And I don't think they're going to go for it.
I don't think they'll go for it, actually.
They're going to call a timeout. Talk it over. Why can you not hand Gibson the ball here? That's 1.5 yards.
The big man has been a bowling ball, but we'll see. The mass of that Centerville defense is it's pretty intense once they get force going.
And it's hard to stop a man of his size with 1 tackle.
Yeah, Hiltbrunner, Max Wynn. Those guys in the middle really holding it down.
Centerville's not lining up in a punt return, and they are not sending out the punting team. It's going to go for it. 4th and a long 2.
Here we go. Watch the tight end.
Young
and
lines up
oh,
under
that's
center,
a
and
sneak.
he has the first
Oh,
down.
that's so
He has the first down by quite a bit.
How about that movement on the play by senior offensive line number 56, Jacob Hensley? Just straight down the middle.
Max Wynn with the tackle, but is too little, too late. That's the first time we've seen Tyus line up under center. Tyus back to pass, throws it out to, that was 88, that is Caleb
Sexton. Tyus leads them back out now. 3 receivers set. Brown and Ellis on one side. All in motion.
All goes in motion. Swing pass out to
Here
McLean.
we go. They have to stop this here if they want to win the game.
McLean stays inbounds and shoot.
And it's so disappointing for the Centerville defense that's their best play. That's their most effective play so far. And it is a swing pass to their halfback.
3 times they've executed it now and has gotten big yardage out of it. But that play is negated because there's another penalty. Looks like holding. The play happened so fast, the lineman, you really can't fault the lineman, but I mean, you can't hold on to the jersey.
So another penalty.
Negates a big play.
And this has been a very lengthy first half. Filled with excitement. 42 points already scored tonight. All by the same guys for the same team.
With just over 2 minutes left in the first half, it'll be interesting to see. I mean,
Watch
One
number
play
9 on
that
this
could be.
big play.
Yeah, Tyus back to pass, going deep to the left sideline.
Oh,
And just out of the outstretched
overthrows Ellis.
arms of Ellis.
And he is grabbing his arm, so we might have a trainer out there. No, he's going to the sideline.
Just a little bit out, too far out in front of Ellis.
He even had the seam. So I think they might call a timeout here. Here's some whistles. And
Fairfield
yes,
will take their third and final timeout of the half with 1:55 left.
Fairfield getting some resistance by not only the defense here, but the refs. They had a very successful play by McLean and turned back for stupid mistakes. There, as you see on the screen, the Centerville defense. They'll try to avoid Fairfield going punch for punch with them this half and try to get the ball back real quick.
Well, if Fairfield can score on this drive, this is the first lead they've had of the game.
Yeah. So this has to be a very, very big holdup for this D. One of the more important drives in this game. So far, Jeff Tyus taking this one.
Tyus back to pass, launches it right in the middle of the field, and it is caught by number 3,
Peyton Brown.
Brown with it. That's his first catch of the game.
And I'll compliment
Tackled
the
by McMahon.
composure shown by number 5 here in the pocket, looking 2 Elks right in the face. Good job by offensive line back there, catching them blocks,
And number 9,
allowing
McLean
Tyus to get them off.
There was a blitzing Elk from the left side, and McLean picked it up excellently to give Tyus enough to step up into the pocket.
Something I'm noticing he does very well so far. And Raekwon Williams in the motion. Read option.
Young
Tyus.
keep it.
Oh, great track down ability by number 44, Max Wynn. Staying with Tyus throughout that read option. Didn't let him get past him. So some pursuit by that kid, 44. And they'll do trips here with Sexton and McLean all on the same side. And it'll be 5 receivers as they'll put number 2 and 3 on the other side. Oh, well, Raekwon instead of Brown.
They're going to throw it over to
Here we go.
McLean.
McLean once again. They have to stop him, and they don't. The story of the game.
McLean with his 4th touchdown of the game for the Indians. Puts the
McLean
Indians up.
4, Burnett 3. Number 9 versus number 3 tonight. And I wish I could say I'm bored, Jared, but this is entertaining the crap out of me, man.
There's not really going to be a stat line. It's just going to be between these two. Kick is up. Kick is good. Fairfield leads for the first time tonight, 28-21.
So we're gonna see the Elks quick strike offense be put to the ultimate test here with 50 seconds left in the half. And now 1 shot left for them to punch back for the second half. So there we go. We'll send them out there.
And don't forget, later on in the year, we have that big matchup, Centerville Springboro, father versus son. Ron Ulrey against Brett Ulrey.
Phillips will kick it off here. They'll have the usual 3 returners back there. And this Squibbit Will be picked up by Melzer, excuse me.
Melzer has, and he's tackled right at the 20 by number 11, Phil Thomas. Centerville does have all 3 timeouts, though.
King back with 5 wide receivers.
King throws it to Burnett short. Burnett wisely gets out of bounds, picks up the first down, gain of 12.
Now, if they can do that about 4 times, they'll be in very good position here at the end of the half.
And still has all 3 timeouts.
And Melzer, Walters, Meade, Burnett out there.
King back up again, throws it to Burnett short. Burnett did not get out of bounds, but they say he caught it. Timeout called by Brent Ulrey as he's standing right there by the refs.
So knowing Brent Ulrey is a wide receiver-based player, you can definitely tell when you watch his offense. There's so many short, choppy passes, and they're really split up by these read options and slant plays designed to go for big yards. Very entertaining to watch.
So coming out of the Centerville timeout with 33 seconds left. King's been lined up once again, shotgun, empty backfield.
I don't think King's lined up behind center all night except for that one play with a win in it.
Pass caught at midfield, and he's hit immediately by number 31 of the Indians. That is Naquil Bill.
And
no huddle, and
they're
they're
trying to push it.
Pickles.
Spike it.
There's a flag on the field. I don't think one of the defensive men for the Indians got off the field. It'll be interesting to see how the ref calls it.
Oh wow! Centerville's team is clapping. They already heard the inside information, and
they didn't get off the field.
What a dupe!
Just under 25 seconds left in this first half. An exciting first half. 7 touchdowns by 2 players.
I do not want to be the guy at practice this week who did not get off that field.
They're going to reset the clock to 23.9.
King receiving direction.
You look, Fairfield student section is finally into it.
So resetting the clock once again to 23.9. The whole scoreboard is being reset right now, actually. So
yeah, the play clocks just went off too. You think there would be an easier way than a total system restart? All right, everything's back on. 23.9 seconds left. Centerville has the ball at their own 47-yard line, or Fairfield's 47-yard line, with 2 timeouts. 1st and 5.
The play clock will start, so we'll be back playing football now.
King drops back, throws it to the far sideline. Burnett has it and gets out of bounds at the 36.
You're going to need to know math to do these kids' numbers tonight.
It's only 2 people, Burnett and McLean.
So many numbers
bounds.
running it up tonight. King almost got him off sides.
If I'm Fairfield, why are you even have that many linemen in there? I would just rush 3 and drop 8 in coverage.
Looks like they don't know which ones to drop it back and rushing. I think that's the thing.
Look at the
They'll
separation
rush
between
5.
Melzer.
They will rush 5.
Burnett gets the easy dump off out of bounds. 1 yard short of the first down. Second down at the 29. 16 seconds left. King almost got him to jump off sides again.
That's about the 5th time this game he's played with the snap count. And I'm guessing Brent Ulrich's telling him to go out there and play with the snap count. And if not, come back and talk to me.
It's working. King back to pass. Throws the sideline. That's a catch. No, he does not come up with it. Melzer. Third and 2 from the 28.
Man, this Ulrich guy loves spacing. Another 5 receivers set.
13 seconds left. Gets it right in the middle of the field. That's Walters. Walters with a little bit of move.
He wants to use a timeout.
Right in the middle of the field. And
that's actually Logan Brown.
oh, correction.
So there will be a timeout on the play. We'll see if they'll kick it or try to go for the touchdown. But the way this game is going, I think they're going for the end zone.
You have to.
Fairfield has Eric All out there on defense. I didn't notice that until the replay.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Huh.
Replay came up when I spotted him.
You see the Centerville student section trying to pump up their team. Oh, about 7 seconds left. 7.6 to be exact. Right in the middle of the field at the 21-yard line with a timeout left. I say if you play it right, you have about 2 shots at the end zone if you get out of bounds. King lines up. And they're just going to set up for the field goal.
Oh, okay, that's a kneel. I legitimately thought he tripped.
He could have done it a little bit more pretty, but he falls. Centerville takes its final timeout with 5.6 seconds left. Do you risk taking a chance? 1 shot at the end zone. If not, you stop. You got your lineman, you got your field goal kicking unit ready on the sideline.
Definitely don't take a risk here, especially with the way this one's going. I think this field goal could be the difference in winning and losing the game here. So,
well, right now, I mean, if he misses the field goal, if that's what they ultimately go for, it could end up being a 10 to 14 point swing because Fairfield gets the ball to start the second half. And right now, it's going to be about a 40.
I'll be okay with at least attempting the
about a
points.
40-yard field goal. It looks like from here.
Because if they go for that touchdown from the 21, they're just going to stack guys up against the end zone and only send 3. So,
kick is up. Kick is long enough. Is it straight enough? No, good.
Just off the left, and Walters cannot hit it. Power was good.
2.3 seconds left, and it's wide left. So let's see what. Do you just sit on it here if you're the Indians?
Oh yeah.
No.
I wouldn't risk anything.
No. Send them all out. I want to see McLean line up slot.
We'll see. It'll be really easy for McLean too. How closed in the Centerville defense is.
And it looks like they're just going to take a knee, and that's how.
I'd take a knee too. Centerville has 5 people at midfield.
This first half will end on a knee in our MVCC Game of the Week, week number 1. Fairfield leads Centerville 28-21 at the half. We'll throw it over to the bands and be back after halftime.
Brent
And
Ulrey will not be able to sleep due to number 9 tonight. Wow.
That stretches the lead out to a 13-point lead now. One play start off the second half, and it's about a 90-plus yard kick return to the house for Jaton McLean. And he has all 5 of Fairfield's touchdowns accounted for tonight.
So far, let me remind you folks, there's only one D1 commit on this roster. So far.
And
with
that's
those 2 words.
Eric Hale, and he's not even been targeted tonight.
Yeah, not one bit.
35-21, a 14-point lead now on a big pendulum shift. 11 seconds in, and Fairfield has put their foot on the accelerator and has not let up.
Receiving, rushing, blocking, returning. This man is incredible.
So now Centerville has to counter back with another. They have to have some sort of big pendulum swinging punch offensively.
And really, they're going against McLean here. And this man is proven to be a Swiss Army knife of football. I haven't even seen him on the defensive end yet, but something tells me we might. So here is number 44, Nick Maddie,
for his 6th kickoff of the night. This one's trailing towards the sideline, and Centerville will let it. Oh, they'll pick it up.
J.R. Melzer avoids the flag for some reason and grabs that one.
And he will be tackled at about the 15. So Centerville's offense will come out onto the field.
Maybe we didn't see the angle of it. Maybe it was headed towards the end zone or something. But it looked like he should have let that one go out. But we aren't in numbers tonight. We're up here, so.
We can look at Centerville's schedule real quick. They're hosting Fairfield tonight. Next week, they're home for Lakota West. Week 3, a huge matchup between Archbishop Alter here at Centerville. Week 4, they will play Springfield. Week 5 at Springboro. 6 here for Wayne. Week 7 at Lebanon. Home senior night, Northmont week 8, and they will close out the season at Fairmont week 9 and at Beaver Creek week 10.
So McMahon will carry it, and a pounding carry, about 6 or 7 yards there. One of his first carries of the night.
I was about to say, I think that's Centerville's first true running back carry of the night.
And you guys see, just give it up in that slight pistol formation, it looks like, out of the gun, and puts it right up the middle and keeps chugging. That proves 2nd and 5 here.
They're going to do it again, and he will have enough for a first down.
Does the exact same thing. And what a job by number 66, Nick Rively.
King back there again. And they're going to he's going to hand it off to him again, and he maybe gets a gain of 1 on the play.
Ganged up on the tackle, Jordan Jones and Mikel Muhammad.
I do not see why Centerville is trying to establish a running game right now.
Yeah. Down by 2 whole touchdowns. They definitely need to fill up some gaps in explosiveness. As explosive as they've already been tonight.
Back to pass, throws it out to, that is 20.
That's Mead. Sophomore Nick Mead
Gain of about 5 on the play, 3rd and about 3.
I've seen him a couple different times tonight. I think Brent Ulrey definitely wants to start getting those young guys in the rotation pretty early, especially with wide receiver being such a big part of their offense. So shotgun formation, trips on the right side, hesitation, hike, resets, motion by McMahon.
King back to pass, looking to the right. He has to get rid of it. He does, and there is the flag right there.
That's a late hit.
Not a late hit, but
Really?
that defender pushed the receiver out of bounds.
Gotcha. Okay.
We'll see here in the replay.
Greg Fitzpatrick, you'll see number 8 on the edge, gets right past Roberts and gets the rush on him.
But, I mean, you don't see it here. It's the reason that the Centerville guy wasn't there is because he's 5 feet off the sideline.
And you saw the Fairfield coaches reacting. Mental mistake. Unnecessary mistake at that.
A 15-yard penalty. King back to pass. Changes momentum, goes to the other side, and throws a dangerous throw along the sideline, and it's batted away, incomplete. Intended to Walters.
Yeah. Very solid footwork by King to get outside the pocket there, but good coverage by Pitts. Formation, the pistol 4 wide.
King hands off to McMahon.
McMahon up the middle. He has a seam.
And he will be tackled from behind at about the 20-yard line by number 1.
Pitts.
Fire Pitts for the Indians. He just bursts through the linebacking core and into the secondary. And they'll mark him down at about the 20. Oh, they'll give him the 20. It looked like his knee came down to about the 23.
Excellent work by that Centerville line.
Well, that's what happens when you run it 4 straight times and get 4 or 5 yards each time. King hands off.
McMahon
again,
outside
and McMahon
again.
shimmy shake to the right. And McMahon will be close to another first down for the Elks.
Pumped up now. He got up fast. He's ready. Bryce McMahon is chugging.
A gain of about 8 on the play, maybe 9. And Centerville is right back on the line, and if King doesn't hand it to McMahon, I don't see why not. The success of the last 2 running plays. McMahon gets the handoff. No, King fakes, throws it, and he's knocked down on the play.
Great deflection by number 17, Phoenix Porter, the outside linebacker for Fairfield.
Right there, he
staying
should have
home
ran
after the play action.
Should have ran it with McMahon. That would have been at least, I would say that's a touchdown to the right if he would have held it.
They came rushing 5, and Phoenix Porter was about to rush, but he dropped back at the last second after the play action engaged. Hesitation on the snap count. See Burnett at the top of your screen with Melzer. Play action.
King
looking for Burnett and Melzer.
Gets rid of it, and it's intercepted.
And he has
the quarterback to beat, and he's drugged down from behind by Burnett, it looks like. That is number 20. Alan Caldwell with the pick for the Indians. The first mistake by King of the night.
Bad throw. He should have definitely let that one go. He
should have just thrown it away.
Ground. Yeah. Or just went down with it.
No, don't take the sack. That would have been about a 12-yard loss.
I'm sure right now they wish they took the sack. So another turnover, not looking good for Centerville's momentum right now. Is they have played very well tonight, but still. The little plays count and have been holding them back.
Williams gets it on the end around.
Motion.
Williams has a first down
Raekwon with the moves
across
and finally brought
midfield
down by
into
Maxwell.
Fairfield territory.
There's that boy
Max
number
went
4.
with the catch. Watch this. And he spin moves around and gains this extra 7 yards on that.
Raekwon Williams, a little utility man who does just about everything for the Indians.
Except score a touchdown. That's been all McLean all night.
Motion from Williams again.
And Williams will get the handoff up the middle.
McLean with the
Or
handoff off
McLean.
the middle, and he keeps
He's
pushing.
still going. And he turned about a gain of 4 into a first down gain of about 11.
They have had so much trouble.
And there's an
holding that
injured
kid
player
down.
on the field for the Indians. See if we can zoom in on the injured player. That is number 78. That is Derek Benford of the
Starting
Indians.
offensive lineman.
Centerville has not had a stop for between Williams or McLean. Whichever one's rushing it, they're at least picking up a first down. It's ridiculous.
And if you're Jeff Tyus, you hate to see that an essential big man go out just after the first half of the first game of the season. Benford is a senior as well.
He's being assisted off the field.
We'll look for him to get back on the field this year. And all wishes goes out to Benford and his family as he gets helped off the field. Tough young man right there. But on that note, we will continue play. 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter. 7:24 to be exact. And Fairfield will line up in a very familiar formation. The dangerous number 9, Don McLean behind him, and he will go for a read option. Jeff Tyus takes the carry, gets about 5 yards. Tackled by number 1, Connor Walls, and number 12, Kyle Moyer.
That's something we haven't really seen Tyus do all year, or all game so far, is really tuck it and run.
We're going to go 3 receiver, 1 tight end. McLean to the left of him here.
Tyus hands off to McLean. McLean held on from the jersey.
Fantastic pursuit by Josh Senko, senior defensive lineman. Zienko, correction. And that'll bring up 3rd and 2. And Indians very close to the red zone. Centerville is in desperate need of a huge stop here. And watch Williams at the bottom of your screen in the slot, number 4. And he'll go in motion. Fake, handoff to McLean, and he gets it.
And he's tackled by a bunch of Elks. Looks
Barely
like number
any
21.
resistance until he got past the line. Hayden Arnold on the tackle, number 21, the defensive back. Some more successful football for the Fairfield Indians, marching up on the Centerville defense so far.
And they're
Like
still
nothing.
taking time off that clock, too.
And notice they did slow down their pace once they got a hefty lead. Very strategic move by Kraus.
Williams fakes the end around. Bullet almost intercepted, but a little bit too low. Intended to number 88, Caleb Sexton. If somehow that Elk defense, I think that was number 20 for the Elks, if he could have got a hand on that or picked it off, he was gone.
line up with 4 receivers as tight end Eric All will be in the slot at the top of your screen. McClain lined up to the left again. Tyus takes it, and he'll pass it. Looking for All.
All comes
Oh,
down
my
with it,
goodness.
and a flag comes in way from behind.
Beautiful deflection by number 23, Bomberry, for the Elks. But we're seeing what the flag is. As you see on the replay, Tyus goes straight down the middle of the field for All, and it gets stripped out of his hands when he goes by.
Let's see if we can see that replay again. And towards the end of it, slow it down to see if there was any contact.
All right. And so they will call pass interference. Why? Bomberry is down. And he'll be helped off the field. Looks very shaken up. But what a play by the young man, saving a touchdown by Eric All. A questionable defensive pass interference call there.
I didn't see any contact. I did not see any contact between the two.
Yeah, I feel like All got through both defenders without much traffic, but...
All right, here we go again. Now watch. Let's see if there's any contact. There is no contact.
Does not look like it at all.
Clean defensive play. There should not have been a pass interference called.
So from up here, it seems like a mistake by the officials, but we'll see how this one plays out as he'll hand off to McClain and be immediately stopped. Number one, Connor Walls. Sensational stop as soon as the play got started. And they need more guys like that to stop McClain today, man. He has been a menace for this Centerville defense. To the Centerville defense. Correction. They'll go 3 receiver, tight end.
Tyus
Williams in motion.
hands off. No, he fakes it. Tyus scamper up the middle, and he is down inside the 5. Oh, the refs are going to call him down at the 7.
Great play design, and almost will have the first, but we'll put him in very deep, solidified position in the red zone.
3rd and 3 from the 7.
The 35-21 lead here, milking the clock. Fairfield and improving position by the minute.
McClain gets it up the middle. McClain at the end zone, and he has himself his 6th touchdown of the game. This has just been the McClain show so far this second half for the Fairfield Indians. His 2nd touchdown of this half.
This young man is going to call his grandmother after the game and tell her to watch the news tonight because he is going to be on it. Wow. What an amazing night for this guy.
And you see him, he goes over there and interacts with the student section.
He is on fire. Definitely getting some attention.
And kick is good.
Because there's one thing.
21.
One thing about this Centerville defense is they have never been easy to get by. And McClain is not, it's not looking like it for this guy. He's doing whatever he wants out there.
Centerville has been doubled up now. Centerville cannot afford to come out and try to mount a running game with McMahon. It's going to have to be all passing from here on out to try to mount a 3-touchdown comeback.
A test of composure for brand new quarterback Tyler King as well.
Well, test for Brent Ulrey too. He's never found himself down 3 scores in a game in his coaching career.
Very intriguing to see how they react to turmoil together. Very looking in the fresh face of a deficit for the first time, really.
Yeah. Maddie off to kick off again for the Indians.
So we will see how the Seville offense will handle this pressure.
Kick is up. Stays in the middle of the field. Fielded at the 4.
Here we go, Burnett.
Burnett making moves towards the middle of the field, and he's down at about the 21-yard line.
And that has been the man of the game as well for Black. Getting 3 touchdowns, but not quite matching this man, as McLean has taken this game to another level.
Return of 19 on the kickoff.
Tyler King back in familiar formation. McMahon shifts to the right.
King back to pass. Targets Melzer. Or no, that is Melzer. Yes.
Brought down by the number 1 corner once again, Jalen Goins. Some more no huddle action by Centerville, and they'll have trips on the right side.
And they're not taking the play clock down all the way either, it looks like. King back to pass, fakes the handoff, throws it, and it almost intercepted. And Ullery is running up the sideline, calling for the flag.
And one had it in his hands, Pitts.
Oh, there it is.
And Ullery was screaming for it. And I think he got it, too. It's definitely, I'm guessing he was referring to that call earlier. Oh, wow.
That's not the penalty he wanted.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my.
Ullery has to be livid right now. King still playing with that snap count.
King fakes the handoff, throws a bullet. That is a dangerous throw.
Almost picked off once again. Phoenix Porter
is livid on the sideline. He has got to watch himself. Oh, he has to go to he's going to the end of the sideline, so he does not get ejected from this game.
Just take a timeout.
No, he's going to walk right back down there and give that ref an earful. Play clock's down to 10.
2 receivers on each side for King as he drops back.
King throws a bullet to the outside, and it is caught enough for a first down, and he stays on his feet. Melzer does.
Fantastic reception by senior Brandon Walters.
Oh, that's Walters. Ullery's still running his mouth about the previous 2 plays.
Brandon Walters, fiery receiver. After that play, he shoulder
bullet thrown by King, and somehow the defenders collide, and he stays up on his feet for about another 12 yards after that. King directing traffic at the line. Back to pass. King looking for Burnett. Takes it. And
he
drop
drops
pass
it.
by
Brandon Walters.
number 13. Oh, he changed sidelines.
That'll bring up a second down and 10 yards to go for the Elks now. Lining up on the right hash. Walters will go back to the right side with Meade, while Melzer and Burnett are on the left side. The usual 4 receivers for this Centerville.
10, and I don't know if Centerville realizes it. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Hikes it with 2. King back to pass under heavy pressure, and he's going to go down with a sack.
Sacked by Phoenix Porter, coming around the edge.
Back at the 38. That'll be almost a 12-yard loss. Third and 18.
And Fairfield is taking advantage of the less experienced Centerville team right now.
King back to pass. King going through his progressions actually throws a lob pass to Burnett.
Oh
and
my
comes down
goodness!
with it. What a catch for Burnett.
Corey
Out to
Burnett.
the 40 of Fairfield.
Phenomenal, as you see on the City Barbecue replay. Pump fake, King, lob, and comes down with it.
That is King's best progression that he has read through the night. He looked at every 4 options and finally settled on Burnett.
Michael Bell was not able to play good enough defense in that one to strip it out.
King back on the Elks logo at midfield, throws it to the outside. Burnett gets it and gets out of bounds.
Again.
Gain of 8 on the play for the Elks.
And 31 and 3 exchanging a lot of words right there. Michael Bell and Corey Burnett.
The only thing you can say is there is still a whole 4th quarter to go.
Oh, yeah.
And Centerville, before this drive, looked dead in the water.
Yep. Well, their train is definitely chugging a little bit as they move towards this 4th quarter. King taking some more direction.
Just under 2 minutes left with 15 left on the play clock. King directing traffic again at the line. McMahon switches sides. King.
They'll bring 3.
Eyeing one side. Melzer with the catch and out of bounds.
Perfect route running by number 14 there.
J.R. Melzer with another out and in cut. With 1:50 left on the 3rd quarter clock.
Coverage looking very holy for Fairfield right now.
Centerville in the red zone.
As they even dropped 8 that time. Still able to get around.
Play clock's down to 10. King gets it, fakes the handoff, throws it, lob pass to Melzer in the end zone. Melzer, and it's
intercepted. Michael Bell validating his words earlier, exchange with Corey Burnett. And that is another turnover by Centerville.
The 2nd one of this half for the Elks. And Bell just read that perfectly from the sideline. That is why you do not look down one receiver.
And there is more and more darkness towards the end of the tunnel for the Centerville Elks now. As the one-man wrecking crew, Deton McClain, comes back out behind leader Jeff Tyus. And we'll see what that man, if he can get a 7th
Williams
touchdown.
gets the end around. Williams cuts it back to the inside and gains about 5 on the play. I mean, with how successful Centerville was last year in Ullery's first year, I mean 9-1 in the regular season. Coming into this game, Centerville, in my opinion, was the odds-on favorite to win this game. I mean 9-1, and last year they went into Fairfield and beat them by 7 on late game heroics.
Wide receiver screen didn't go that far. Ellis on the game.
But I mean, for Fairfield to come in and just knock the pendulum way into their favor with that 92-yard kickoff return to start the 2nd half.
That is definitely, if they come away with a win, that's the play of the game right there. And such a huge swing on momentum.
Which of his 7 touchdowns would be the play of the game?
6 so far. Don't get ahead
6.
of yourself.
Oh, sorry.
But
I'm anticipating a touchdown on this play.
This kid is a junior. This is the beginning of his junior season. That's scary to me. Last year he had 9 touchdowns. Tonight he has 6.
He don't even have to play anymore. He's almost going to beat it. Williams getting there.
McClain.
He stays on his feet, moving backwards for 3 yards.
This is the announcer here saying that I do not physically understand that last play.
You know who his play reminds me of? If you put a little bit more weight on him, it reminds me of work done. I mean, just the way he just lowers his head and he don't care.
Maybe if Work Done was a better player, my brother would know who he was.
So after the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Centerville down 21 at home, 42-21 lead the Indians from Fairfield going into the final quarter.
We will switch sides of field, but we will not switch momentum. Fairfield, strong favorites as they have emerged in the second half of this one. Just pure explosiveness from the Indians.
This should be, I mean, Centerville needs to get a stop here defensively.
Coach Krause has to be in love with his team right now, though.
Yeah.
Other than the few mistakes they've made in pass coverage today, which is very hard to teach pass coverage to high school kids. It is.
Right.
You don't see it a lot. So, but other than the pass coverage,
but I want to know.
Phenomenal. If they had a good secondary, where would this game be? It could be 50-0 right now if they had a good secondary. Their 3 touchdowns were given up by mishaps from the safeties.
If I could ask him one question, why would he leave Middletown after going 10-0 in 2010? That, I was looking at stats for him, and that just stuck out at me.
I don't know. It's starting to make a little bit of sense. A little bit of sense. Another handoff.
McLean, nope.
But stop by
flag,
a penalty.
false start, I would assume.
False start. Fairfield. Got to push him back 5. But.
Second down and 10 from the 30. And they got to reset the clock back to 12 minutes because the ball never was hiked because of the illegal procedure.
Oh my goodness, and they're going to reset the clock again.
Yeah, total system reset.
I really hope they establish a new system.
They need to.
And so
we're ready after the total system restart again.
Pitch to McLean on the right side, straight past Wynn.
Spin move, and he's knocked back. And
after 4 attempts, he will be down. There's no doubt in my mind, at least one D1 school will know the name Jatar McLean after tonight. At least one. Against the stingy Centerville defense, it's just been electric tonight. Creating an energy of its own. Tyus again, Williams in motion. Drops back, moves up in the pocket, and will be brought down by Max Wynn. Good read by their defense's leader, Wynn. That'll force the punt team out and bring out number 83, Eric Alt.
So I believe that would be a win for the Elks defensively, as they need to try and mount some sort of comeback.
They just need to get points on the board here, simple as
yeah.
that. And Tyler King has to take pressure better because it's 2 high-pressure situations where he's gotten picked off today.
Burnett does not fair catch it. Oh, he's going to let it bounce.
And that is a great punt for Eric All. Centerville will start it from the 12.
So Centerville needs to get no passing, or it has to be all passing, no running at all. You're down 3 scores with 10.5 minutes left.
And every time you score, they're getting the ball back, and that's very, 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 very bad situation for them. So they'll go 5 receivers here. And quick pass. So that'll be Logan Brown with the reception. So no huddle. They will move this one pretty quickly. Receivers will switch sides. As now
That
Melzer
quick
and Burnett
pass,
on the
you
right
would
side.
almost not want to do that. You would want that incomplete as it's wasting time. King throw back to pass, and he's going to run to the right.
Oh, that's actually
Throws
not King. That's actually Chase Harrison. Chase Harrison, the freshman quarterback, has been in for the last 2 throws. So correct us. Number 16, Chase Harrison, is now the starting quarterback.
You want to go tell the PA guys he's wrong? Because he just said King too. So now it's Harrison in the game. Harrison throws it, and that's tipped at the line.
Got it down. I'll show you. It's a high pressure situation for
Come into the
freshman
game,
quarterback.
yeah. Harrison back to pass, rolling to his right. Throws a deep pass, way overthrows Walters.
So I have a feeling this adjustment is definitely not trying to bring back the team more. I feel like it's more throwing in the towel.
Right.
Getting some snaps in.
Oh, flag on the field. How's that line of scrimmage? Holding? The way Centerville's walking back, it looks like it's holding. Let's see if we can find a man in the white hat, and he's the one who tells us. 10-yard penalty, so it is holding.
And when you're down 3 touchdowns to a one-man weapon and an athletic defense with a freshman quarterback in the 4th quarter, with 9 minutes left, holding is the last thing you need.
Right.
But Centerville will continue despite the holding call.
Back to pass. Airing it out across to Burnett. Burnett almost.
And
Beckel almost comes up with the interception.
Yeah, there is no wrongs in that play.
No.
Just very good defense by Nykel Bell. Beautiful throw by Chase Harrison, soaring through the air. Good anticipation by Corey Burnett. But Bell with the great save.
Third and 15. Harrison rolling to the right. Stops, plants, throws it deep
gets
down
pummeled.
the middle, and
Oh my
somehow
goodness!
Walters comes. No, that's Melzer comes up with a huge play, and Harrison is already halfway down the field after being knocked down on the throw.
That kid is exhilarated right now. There's no words to describe what is pumping through his vein as he plants his feet, looks at a fender in his eye, and takes a shot. How about Melzer's ability to locate the ball in midair?
Centerville needs to get back up on the line quickly. They have to take a shot at the end zone here with Harrison. Play clock is
left.
down to 10.
Fake snap, take some more direction. He'll reset.
5 seconds left on the play clock. Hikes it at 2, and I think Centerville took the. It's not a delay. Oh, false start.
I feel like when they fake snap it like that, they're feeling out which side is going to blitz. I feel like that's why they keep doing that. Because each time after they fake snap it, they'll either continue with the play or shift the running back sides. So I feel like that might be their strategy with that.
First and 15 from the 43. 20 seconds left on the play clock. Centerville limited on their chances now. Harrison back to pass. Harrison steps up in the pocket and rolls out.
Good footwork by the freshman.
And what a catch! It was not intended to Walters, but Walters comes up with the catch on the airmail.
Chase Harrison, what durability by the freshman.
He steps up, spins out of the pocket. Excellent blocking by McMahon.
To his opposing side. Overthrows his receiver, but
on a broken play, everything happened.
So far, Chase Harrison is looking to be the Johnny Manziel of these Elks. Very exciting.
Harrison going to line up, empty backfield. Harrison rolling to his right. Calling out direction, throws it to the sideline. Almost intercepted, no flags.
And some of the things that I'm seeing from this quarterback, I've never seen from another freshman quarterback at all.
Well, when was the last time we saw a freshman quarterback in a varsity game? In the first game of the year.
I think Tate Vongsi, honestly.
No, he was a sophomore when he took over. He's now a senior.
Wow.
For Miamisburg, but yeah, he was a sophomore when he took over.
Chase
for
Harrison
Sherbrooke.
redirecting his own wide receiver in the middle of scrambling from a closing defensive line.
2nd and 10 from the 23. 8:13 left in the game.
This kid has nerves of nails.
Harrison
steps back again.
Steps up in the pocket. Harrison's going to tuck it and run. Makes the first defender miss and stays on his feet and dives to the sideline. And a late hit will be assessed after that.
Centerville getting everything going their way here in the late minutes.
Then will be a half a distance to the goal on top of this. Watch this. Harrison steps up in the pocket, makes that defender miss. He dives. And watch 6. Late hit.
So, Jared, if you're Tyler King, how do you feel about this right now? You just had a pretty solid game, except a few mistakes while under pressure. And all of a sudden, this freshman comes into one of the last drives of the game, looking like he's going to take my job. How do you feel if you're Tyler King? Excited?
Well,
bitter?
If you're playing football for the team aspect of it, you do what's best for the team. And right now, Tyler King on the sideline is what's best for the team right now, as Harrison is leading a drive.
And that's going to be a false start on number 54. Huge mistake by the junior lineman, Connor Hundley.
And right now, he has led this Elks team at least to a sustaining drive that might come up with points with 8:02 left in the game.
Chase Harrison, and I think that's another false start for the Elks. Mental mistakes, they are cracking right now, Jared.
2nd and 15 now. Oh, 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 17.
Yep.
Okay. 42-21 here. 7:38 left, and Centerville's hoping to not jump off sides this time.
I would count that as
3rd not.
Clock stoppage again by the refs.
So what's going on here? Why did they stop the clock?
I have no idea. End zone camera look here.
Chase Harrison dropped back.
Harrison drops back, looking to the end zone, and has a touchdown. Oh, and it's dropped. That was intended to number 20. That's Meade.
Nick Meade, the sophomore, had it fall out of his hands. So that'll bring it to 2nd. And
2nd and 7. 2nd and goal from the 17. Harrison back to pass, does not feel the pressure from behind. Harrison has to get rid of it, and he does not. That is
Weinberg with the sack. Number 58.
3rd and goal from the 23, a loss of 6 on the play. And right now,
they're going to have to get an ISO in the end zone because I have a feeling Fairfield is about to drop back all the way. Chase Harrison, no blockers in the backfield, will go 5 wide. Communicating with his lineman before the snap. And he'll take it. 4 rushing, and he'll take
Screen
the
pass
screen.
to Melzer, and that's going to come up
It'll
about
go
a 4-yard loss, too.
Absolutely nowhere as Jalen Goins with another tackle. And not much room for Chase Harrison to do anything as he was getting rushed as soon as the play started.
4th and goal from the 25, and Centerville is reluctantly going to go for it.
Yeah, this is all or nothing. After those 2 false starts in a goal situation, might as well throw
Clock
it down.
stoppage again. Oh, an injured player.
I think he just got a cramp because I'm pretty sure he was just standing up.
Number 58, Brandon Weinberg. That's the kid that just had the sack.
Yeah, I think he had a cramp or something. Having a lot of trouble bending his legs. I don't know, it might be. And there is some attention to his pinky. I don't know. All we can do is guess right now.
The pinky is not a reason to fall down on the field.
Yeah. Especially when you're up by 3 touchdowns.
So I guess we can look forward to our Week 2 game of the week next week. Northridge Polar Bears versus the West Carrollton Pirates down in West Carrollton for our Week 2 game of the week. I really don't know how to call that one. I mean, what do you expect?
I'm not sure to be excited or disappointed.
Right,
I truly just don't know anything.
It will definitely be a barn burner.
I'm not expecting anything. I'm really just waiting to see 2 teams play football. That's all. So 4th and goal here, but it's pretty much game from the 25. Barring a potential major turnaround.
And a timeout, Fairfield.
After all that, there is a timeout for Fairfield. They need more time up by 3 touchdowns. Okay.
Time to deliberate on a 4th and 25 defensive play. That is one thing I do not understand.
Gaining rest, I guess? That's the only thing.
I don't care if Centerville sent out 9 receivers, the center to hike it to the quarterback, and that's it. You don't need to talk about a 4th and 25. I mean, it's not like they have Ray Rice on their team on the 4th and 30 that he converted years ago. There you see the Fairfield student section. Now we're coming back out of the Fairfield timeout. Burnett comes in motion from top to bottom of your screen. Harrison back to pass. Harrison going to the end zone. And incomplete.
So it'll be Fairfield ball.
At the 25.
5 minutes and 52 seconds left. Up by 3. It is safe to say this one's pretty close.
5:52 left. So Fairfield will take over on the turnover on downs. So Fairfield looks like they will cruise to an easy Week 1 victory and go and play their second GWalk Team of the Year next week and play Springfield at home.
There's no doubt number 9 deserves a Gatorade bath after this one. Wow, the game put on by Jaton McClain. No one could expect 6 total touchdowns. And I don't even want to look at this guy's yards total. Ridiculous. He'll get another one.
He'll get the handoff. And he has the line to the outside.
Oh, my goodness. I thought he was going to take the seam.
If the field was about 2 yards wider, he was gone.
I was about to be amazed completely.
The 75-yard touchdown run, a 92-yard kickoff return it would have been.
So another first down. By Jaton McClain in this Fairfield Indians offense. And they have big Jamar Gibson out with him this game too. So McLean will receive the carry once again.
McLean bouncing off of people, making people move, and McLean is going to have himself a 7th touchdown of the game.
7 touchdowns, 40. Oh, my goodness.
That was from the 40 of them. That's a 60-yard touchdown run for McLean.
That's 42 points by one person, I reiterate.
Watch this
bounces off one tackle, straight through Max Wynn's arm,
and he
straight through Alex Bomberry's arms.
Walks in.
He is a walking highlight tape. He's just a walking highlight tape. Oh my goodness. Centerville Elks had no clue what they were getting themselves into tonight.
Not with McLean tonight.
A Swiss Army knife of football. As he is responsible for 7 scores now.
Some
receiving, some rushing. He's been a great blocker, been a great returner. Insanity we have seen tonight.
27-point lead.
So, hey, Harbaugh. Kid's name's McLean.
Right.
Wow.
Chip Michigan's looking at the wrong kid on the field tonight.
I'm not going to go that far. Eric Alden definitely not getting an appropriate showcase of his skills. But what about McLean stealing the show away from the kid, man? He has just been Fairfield tonight. Tom McLean has been Fairfield.
It has been It has been McLean versus.
Not overemphasizing this kid's play at all. 7 total touchdowns once again. I sound like a broke record. I don't even care.
But we could quit announcing the game and just replay from the first half.
Do you want me to talk about him for 5 minutes? I can. Wow.
I don't think we need that again. Wasn't even on the radar to talk about tonight.
So, yeah. I was literally looking at stats hours before the game, and I saw the kid. So if Jachon McLean was not on your radar before tonight, he is now.
Hey, and a lot of college recruiters are getting a look at Maddie's leg too. He's put it in the end zone at least 8 out of the 9 times he's kicked off.
Yeah, Fairfield is definitely.
And that's another one into the end zone. 9.
Wow. Validified their hype tonight.
Well, I guess that means you got the first prediction right of the year.
I had no clue it was going to be in this fashion, though. Especially not by halftime. By halftime, I was convinced this was going to be a shootout for the ages, but wow, McLean just continued and King did not.
And it looks like they're going to keep Harrison out there. Harrison hands it to McMahon. And I think Centerville's just trying to wind the clock down, too.
This is the equivalent of a knee when you're down. It's
stat patterns.
It's been a disappointing somewhat outing for Centerville.
All the hype of going 9-1 last year, making it to the playoffs under first-year head coach Brent Ulrey. They're still not out of it yet. I mean, well, one week is not going to determine your season.
Not by any means, and I think it was very good for them to bring them back down to earth. You guys taking over for
Harrison. I don't know what Harrison was going to do there. Oh, my goodness, and Harrison is leveled by number 17.
Welcome to high school, kid.
Phoenix Porter just dropping the boom on Harrison. This is not 8th grade anymore.
Yeah, keep the clock running.
And Centerville next week is going to have to bounce back at home against the tough Lakota West team out of the GM's Greater Miami Conference, too. And then, of course, everybody's looking in the whole Dayton area is that week 3 game against the Alter Knights.
Well, I think it was the ultimate refresher this game was.
And Harrison's going to get clobbered from behind again.
Well, but that many games are decided by 2 or 3 plays. If Tyler King didn't throw those picks under pressure, I don't know if we'd be in the same situation right now, Jay.
No, if they didn't let that second half opening kickoff come back,
right,
it's a different position too. And it's 4th and 12. And
Harrison possibly could have led a comeback off the momentum if they didn't have those 2 false starts.
Yeah, I mean, with 8 minutes left, down 3 scores. You had the ball at the 7.
Yeah.
12 yards worth of penalties without even hiking the ball.
So really just an inexperienced team making some mistakes, which was expected, but definitely always living up to that Centerville hype isn't easy.
Right. I mean, and Centerville has ample opportunity to make itself of a season.
Ooh.
A high kick, almost blocked. No fair. Oh, I guess he did call it a fair catch. But I mean, they have. I mean, and this tough stretch for Centerville to close this season. I mean, Centerville does not have an easy game this year. I mean, you got Alter. Listen, from week 3 down, Alter, Springfield, at Borough, Wayne, at Lebanon, Northmont, at Fairmont, at Beaver Creek. That's 7 hard games that would really is either going to make or break Centerville's season.
Mm-hmm. And the big prime of G-Walk too.
And we have 2 of those games a week. Springboro week 5 and Fairmont week 9. So it'll be interesting to see.
How about a change up from night to night though? Yesterday we were in town for an awesome crosstown shoot off between 2 historic teams. Yeah, and it was all based off time of possession, and now 2 teams just going at it, shot after shot after shot. A lot of explosiveness.
All start. Look at this Fairfield student section that made the 40-mile journey north. We can get a shot of that.
And as you can see, Fairfield has brought in their second string offense.
So a lot of work the Elks are going to have to do in this next week of preparation. I mean, they have another GMC contest with Lakota West next week, and then then that tough 7 grueling weeks of all the teams that will make the playoffs.
Gibson takes the carry. The big
Gibson
boy
with
showing
a
off
spin
some
move.
footwork. Lots of moves, and you can hear the crowd talking. Get some chatters down there at the end of the game. A little entertainment. I think. That'll get the clock running again. And a lot of people already headed home, trying to beat the traffic. And reasonably so. They're milking this one all the way to 0 every time, as they're trying to slowly put the nails in this coffin.
Oh, they're there. I mean, up 28 points. 4 touchdowns on an end around with number 19. That is Jaden Mays. 3rd and about 4 coming up here. Fairfield just slowly draining the clock down, and they're going to run trips to the top. A fumble
on the play,
picks it up.
It's picked back up.
That was 98. Marquise Jones. That's a different number for a quarterback. I've never seen a 98 number for the quarterback. 4th and about 7 now, and would assume a punt is coming.
This is definitely the end of this one. It's pretty explosive at the beginning, but
It's back and forth. This
Centerville just had nothing in the second half.
Centerville has fallen flat on their face in this second half. And this is going to be an extreme wake-up call for him. And Jamar Gibson will not pick up the first down. Turnover on downs, and Centerville is going to send the offense out there one last time try and get
And Bills will probably be a couple runs, honestly.
some garbage time stats.
And I think games like these are what tune the fundamentals of these football players. Games like these that stick in the back of your mind. Every little mistake sticks in the back of your mind, and you correct it. They'll still have the #1 unit out for Centerville, including freshman quarterback Chase Harrison.
And a fumble and a bad snap, and Centerville falls back on it.
And this will definitely be a storyline to watch, as Chase Harrison Harrison continues through the season to get looks, and you gotta wonder if they're gonna stick with one of these guys.
Is there gonna be a quarterback competition halfway through the year?
Maybe, because he has not looked bad at all in the second half, especially for
Harrison's just gonna hand it off to that's Need, isn't it?
No,
number 20,
28,
28.
Desmond Barrett.
Number 41, Eric Holy with the touch or the tackle. Let's see, the refs spike it, or the refs spot it, and they will not have to hike it again, and that one will do it in our MVCC opener of the 2018 season. Fairfield comes into Centerville and dominates the second half and wins 49-21 in our Week 1 matchup in our City Barbecue Game of the Week. A lot of takeaways that Centerville can take from this game, both positive and negatively. They're going to have to work on just execution of plays throughout this week in practice and bounce back against Lakota West next week. Fairfield will go and play Springfield at home, and we'll see you next week in our game of the week for week number 2, Northridge at West Carrollton. Signing off for the rest of Miami Valley Communications crew, Jeff Allen, Jared Bergstrom. We'll see you next week.